Xabi Alonso is free, and a historic battle for his signature has just begun. While Real Madrid reels from a humiliating Copa del Rey collapse just days after his exit, the Premier League's powerhouses are already making their move. With Liverpool's identity fading under Arne Slot and Manchester City facing the potential end of the Guardiola era, Alonso's decision won't just fill a vacancy, it will redefine English football for the next decade. The clock is ticking, and for the world's most elite clubs, the race to secure his genius has become a fight for survival. At Liverpool, a club where passion is usually a weapon, a sense of unease has begun to creep in, from the stands all the way down to the pitch. Arne Slot, once hailed as a mastermind for stepping into Jurgen Klopp's shoes and delivering the Premier League title last season with 4 games to spare, is now tasting the darker side of expectation. In football, the peak is never far from the edge, and Slot is standing right on it. The recent 4-1 win over Barnsley in the FA Cup should have been a comfortable night, a goal-filled celebration to calm the noise. Instead, it exposed worrying cracks in the system Slot is trying to build. On the scoreboard, it looked convincing, but through the eyes of analysts and insiders, it was an empty performance, a win without real ideas, without a clear soul. Right now, Liverpool are playing an extreme version of possession football, but without the killer instinct that once defined them. They can dominate the ball with 70% possession, string together hundreds of short passes in midfield, patiently circulating the ball. Yet it all feels safe, sterile. There are no line-breaking passes, no explosive attacking patterns, none of that chaos that used to make the Reds terrifying. The frustration peaked with Dominik Szoboszlai's careless backheel inside his own penalty area, a moment of madness that gifted a goal to a lower league opponent. That mistake wasn't just a personal error, it was a symbol of something deeper, a team losing its direction, growing complacent and drifting away from the iron discipline that once defined them. When a key figure like Szoboszlai can switch off like that, serious questions have to be asked about Arne Slot's grip on the dressing room and his ability to keep the fire burning. 14 points behind league leaders Arsenal in the Premier League, that gap tells its own story. It's a brutal reality check for the defending champions. This Liverpool side no longer looks like a dominant force that strikes fear into opponents. Instead, they resemble a giant searching for its identity, stuck in dull draws and nervous wins that bring relief rather than confidence. And as belief at Anfield begins to crack, as the first boos start to echo around the stadium, one name keeps rising above the noise: Xabi Alonso. To many, he feels like a savior, a symbol of football intelligence and winning DNA that the fan base is desperately craving. For every Liverpudlian, Xabi Alonso has never been just a former player. He is family. He is part of the club's bloodline, the midfield architect of that unforgettable night in Istanbul in 2005. The fact that Alonso has suddenly become a free agent right as Liverpool are suffering a crisis of identity has sent shockwaves through Merseyside. People want Alonso not only because he ended Bayern Munich's long dominance with an unbeaten Bundesliga title at Bayer Leverkusen, but because he understands this club. He understands the culture, the values, and the soul of Liverpool Football Club. Alonso's appeal goes far beyond tactics and trophies. It lies in his character, a rare kind of loyalty in a football world driven by money and convenience. In the past, when Manchester United, Liverpool's greatest rivals, came knocking with tempting offers and astronomical wages, Alonso didn't hesitate. He said no. For him, honor and his deep bond with Anfield mattered more than any massive paycheck or glory at Old Trafford. That decision turned him into something bigger than just a coach. He became a moral symbol, a hero in the eyes of the fans. And that's the key difference. Compared to Arne Slot, a talented manager, but one who still feels like a professional hired hand, Alonso represents something more romantic, more personal. His football feels closer to the heart of Liverpool, closer to the soul of the Reds with every pass, every movement. But Liverpool's dream scenario is now under serious threat from one powerful variable: Manchester City. At the Etihad, Pep Guardiola's golden era appears to be nearing its final chapter after more than a decade of total dominance in English football. If Pep decides to close this legendary journey and seek a new challenge at international level, City will face a brutal question. Who can inherit an empire? At the very top of that list sits Xabi Alonso. Alonso doesn't just bring a glittering playing career. He carries a deep tactical mind, an elite understanding of space, tempo, and structure, shaped directly under Guardiola during their time together at Bayern Munich. And unlike a Liverpool side battling internal cracks and a relentless injury storm, Manchester City offer Alonso something close to perfection. A well-oiled machine, unlimited financial power, and one of the most advanced data systems in world football. This is the fast lane to greatness, a path where Alonso could chase the biggest prizes, including the Champions League, without going through a painful rebuild. And if Liverpool hesitate, if they fail to act decisively, they may face the ultimate nightmare, watching their own legend walk into the Etihad and become the very obstacle standing in the way of their future ambitions. To be fair, Arne hasn't stood still and watched the situation collapse. With a squad badly hit by injuries, he has tried to steady the ship and keep Liverpool competitive. Florian Wirtz, the headline signing, is starting to show why the club spent big on him, scoring 3 goals in his last 5 games. Hugo Ekitike adds energy and physical presence up front, while Jeremy Frimpong remains a dangerous outlet down the right. And Milos Kerkez delivered a career-defining performance when he shut down Bukayo Saka against Arsenal, offering a rare glimpse of defensive stability. But these bright moments feel too few and too disconnected to hide a system that is growing more fragile by the week. Liverpool's new signings look like top-quality notes that still refuse to come together as a full symphony under Slot's direction. Anfield fans, raised on emotion and intensity, don't just want sterile possession stats. They want to see fire. They want a clear plan. They want a future they can believe in. If Slot can't reshape this team immediately in the January transfer window, he may soon become part of the past, a footnote in a revolution named Xabi Alonso. Right now, all eyes are on Alonso. The Spanish coach is facing a career-defining decision, one that could reshape his entire journey on the touchline. On one side is the call of the heart, a return to Anfield, a chance to finish an unfinished love story where he would be welcomed like a king coming home and tasked with restoring the true identity of the Reds. On the other side stands the choice of pure logic, a glittering future at Manchester City. There, Alonso would inherit the throne from Pep Guardiola himself, taking control of an empire already built to conquer every possible summit. This race for Xabi Alonso is no longer just about a managerial appointment. It's a battle of visions, of futures, of footballing souls. Romance, loyalty, and rebuilding from the ashes on one side. Perfection, power, and total domination on the other. Wherever Alonso lands, the Premier League is about to witness one of the greatest power shifts of the past decade. Anfield is holding its breath. Manchester City are ready for a historic negotiation. And Xabi Alonso, calm in the middle of the storm, is probably smiling, exactly as he always does.